Here we go. Right. Let's address elephant in the room. Yep, the beard's gone. Brought back the handlebar moustache just for Movember. Men's health, awareness. Men, get a checkup, talk to your mates. Mental health check. That's what we're about. That's why it's a talking point. This, yep, okay, catch up with your friends, check in on them. Great way, great initiative. Okay, don't worry about the mullet. That's got to go too. It's disgusting. She's getting pretty long. I ain't gonna lie. Right, g'day team. Diet black, no way, pal. Could do, but nah. I'm just gonna naturally grey out at some stage, become the silver fox in a few years, I guess. Right, so combined session today because we're going to work with some of our friends from the British Rowing. Hopefully they're probably a bit late to be up doing this now, but you can revisit this, obviously. So it's going to cross over between new people on the stream that are thinking about their drag. One of the most common questions, that feet height. Two of the main questions that people get, well, I get especially when you're on the rowing machine. So today we can have a little bit of a play. For everybody else, this is a good chance to do some power strokes. Okay, everyone that's been here on the stream before, you know what to do. And so basically what we're doing is we're just going to do 6-minute pieces. Okay, very, very simple. We've got 60 seconds off in between. Now, it's just low rate, okay, because that's where we need to do that majority of our work in terms of our rhythm, our fitness, our technique. Get it right low, we can take it up high, okay? Very, very simple. And so what we're doing today is for people that not quite sure about like where their drag should be, it's a good chance to have an experiment, okay? For everybody else, this is a chance for you to just do a few power strokes at that low rate, okay? So what are we doing? Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we'll warm up as normal, and then we're going to do the first 6 minutes at just 20 rating on normal drag, good rhythm, good speed, okay, and just feel what we're doing, okay? Then we're going to increase our drag, okay? Now, I'm not going to put a figure on the screen, but for everybody that's doing power strokes, I suggest one number, okay? Adjust it. Is it half? How far are you going to move your little dial? Okay, how far are you going to move it? Half, like between, because you can see the lines, you can see the number in between. Where are you currently? Are you sitting on a line or are you sitting on a number? Okay, if you're sitting on a number, why don't you go up to a line? Okay, quite often we just need to figure out the resistance that's against us while we're doing it. Okay, and majority of people sometimes are too high, sometimes are too low, okay? And what we want to find is an area on your machine which is just comfortable, which means that you can do majority of your stuff at low rating quite comfortably, you feel good speed, it's not super heavy, okay? And then it will transfer to that higher rate. So I will give you an example. I think if anybody's rowing sort of above 6, I think you're probably a bit high. Unless you've checked your number on the screen. Okay, now for this workout, we can't go and check the drag factor because otherwise the machine will reset. We can do it while we're doing the warm-up. But here's to give you some figures. General elite men are around 130, okay, on the drag. Women around 115, I think, 115 to 120. So that's sort of an idea of where some of the top people in the world are doing it. Now, if you're just here to do like short stuff, like 500 meter stuff, yes, you can have it high because it's all about resistance. You will go faster if you have it higher because of the resistance of the machine, but it's bloody hard. Okay, so we're just trying to figure out where you sit. Now, if you think you might be too heavy, then how about you adjust these down? Okay, just one up, just one down, because the rating's only around that 20 to 22. Yeah, we've got a 22, 24 in there. But see, by the time we get to this one here at number 4, okay, go to something that you're like, you know what, I think this is where I'm at. I've gone up in drag here, I've gone down in drag here from where I was in the normal situation, which is your normal drag up there. And so by the time we hit number 4, I'd like you to just be thinking, I think this is where I should be doing my work, okay? And that's really what it's about, is just to try and find out where you feel comfortable with your drag setting on the machine, okay? Now, there's a lot, and so what you do is once you get to this, once we finish it, we'll go back and check it and see what the actual number is on screen, okay? Because every machine around the world is meant to be exactly the same, okay? But depending on your maintenance, if you cleaned out the flywheel or not, it gathers dust. Trust me, I've had some bloody dusty machines I've had to service. And the drag factor is different. So you can't rely on the number on the side. You do have to rely on the resistance, the drag factor number, which is on screen. Okay, so once we finish, we'll go back and check it to see what this one was, okay? So otherwise, if you're here on the stream, the normal stream, guys, just increase, go back to normal for the last one, okay? And boom, 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 and it should be great, okay? But it's a very, very simple one. But we're just here to try and experiment, okay? And find out something that's comfortable for you. Because at the end of the day, all we want is comfortability, so then we can just pump these workouts out. We feel happy with the resistance that we've got, okay? It's not too light, so we don't feel like we're really accelerating it, and then we've got a lot of time coming forward. And also, we don't want to feel like it's real heavy as we take the stroke. Okay, we want to find something in between that we're like, okay, yes, got resistance, working reasonably hard, but when the rating starts to come up, how do I feel about it? Okay, but today, just getting that nice resistance around this level. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense. I see a couple of the people coming through. Michael, normally write 120. Yep. Nice. That's what we want. I think I will start at 130 for a change. Yeah, so that's basically what we want to do, okay? This is just here as an experiment for people that are uncertain. Just have a play, right? And we're still going to be doing 30 minutes of work, okay? And that's the thing, is we've still got time. And that's why just on every single one, experiment with it, okay? Change it. Go up. So we start on the normal one, start where you normally do. Okay, maybe the first one you go down and go, how does this feel? Okay, and you might be like, I can't hit the speed. I feel like it's too quick. So then the next one you go up from where you normally go, okay? So it's really just a good chance for people to have an experiment about where they are and where they're meant to be, because there is no right or wrong, okay? That's all I'm going to say. There's no right or wrong of where you should be. I could tell you to be somewhere in a range if it was to do with whatever you're trying to achieve, okay? But otherwise, there ain't no right or wrong. If you want to do it while you're up on level 10, be my guest. Great, give it a go. You know, might feel a lot different than if you were down on 1, but if that's where you want to row it, that's where you want to row it. Good times, okay? So let's just get on. Let's get our warm-up done. And then as we're going along, as I say, I'll just keep explaining, keep telling people to experiment, and we'll have good workout at the same time. Boom, there we go, best of both worlds. So let's rock and roll. You're using an Autec at 128 with PM5 monitor. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, just figure out, just have a play with it. Just see whether or not it's easier, harder, easier to maintain, harder to maintain, the acceleration of the legs, the body, okay? Because if you're coming through the stroke too quick, is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? And it's also variant as well on sort of the types of boats you're rowing, because if you're sort of in a single, generally want it a little bit higher because you know it's quite a bit heavier. But when you start getting up into like some of the bigger boats, you actually bring it down because you need more speed of the drive rather than the power, okay? Sweet. Okay, right, let's go. Let's, as normal, jump on, get loose, get limber. Oh, it's been a big weekend playing golf. Okay, so just as you always, really just start to find your own way that you warm up, to get stretched, to get your rhythm. Always trying to focus that we can start this warm up in the way that we want to be able to finish the warm up in the right positioning that we get to, right? So at the moment, I'm not super focused on my body swing until I get warmed up, and then I'll start getting a bit more. But for now, I'm just trying to get the flex through the legs, through the ankles, so I can get the hips opening up, which will allow this flexion forward and back. Okay. And then once I feel like I've got this body moving in a good position, back and forward, then I can start just really feeling the roll of the seat. And then gradually, once I feel like the body is moving in a nice shape, I can start pushing on just a little bit more. Okay. Highly recommended that we do, as I say, I'm a very generalized 3 to 4 minute guy. I feel like that for a session like this today will get me in a pretty good position to be able to start around about 90 to 95% of where I want to finish. Okay. It's really just figuring out how to start a session without like just jumping on the machine and going, right, I'm going to try and hit the number straight away, because that's where you tend to find injuries can occur, or just little niggles. Okay, so here now we should have a nice continuous motion, good rhythm. We're out to full length, natural length. Good hang, feel the body. Okay, and we can just push it on just a little bit. Okay, let's do 5 more. Press it out, both feet, squeeze it. Couple more. Boom. Okay, so that's it. That's us, ready to go. Okay. Quick drink, get prepared, set up the machine, boom, and we're into it, okay? So, as I mentioned at the start, just keep your drag where it is right now, okay? This first set, we're going to keep it where it is. When we go to the next one, we'll either go up or down, and that's your choice, okay? If you're a regular on the stream, as I say, do this 1, 1, 1, 1, and then go right back to normal for the last one, okay? And that's a good power stroke session. For everybody else that's here, new, not sure about it, we're here to find, are you in the, we're going to answer a question. Are you in the most comfortable place to do your rowing? Okay, and that's what we're going to try and find out today with the drag. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's go select workout, new workout, intervals time. We'll all be doing it together. 6 minutes, so set the set time, 6 minutes. Set the rest time to 1 minute, just leave it flashing for a second. We'll get ready. Okay, all good? Right, let's press that checkbox. Let's get our feet locked in. Let's get ready to go. Okay, so rowing away, nice and normal. Let's get a nice rhythm for this 6 minutes. Here we go, right? Attention, row. Okay, start off with those nice long arms. Trying to feel like we're leaving the arms out front. And we're just pushing away from that handle. The handle's going to come back with the arms and body. But we just want to keep moving all our stroke into those big muscle groups to create the power. And then all these arms, the hands are just hanging. They're our leverage. Okay, good. So here we are, quite metronomic. Feel that ratio. Forward and back. Continuously moving. Trying to eliminate any parts of the stroke where we pause. Okay? Keep everything moving. It's a smooth rhythm. Feeling our drive. Feeling our recovery. Letting that machine do some work for us as it draws the chain back to the front. And all we have to do is let it happen with a tiny bit of control in our arms around here, okay? If we go full speed, they're going to just shoot out really fast. But we want control so that we can feel it. We can feel the change in weight on our feet. And then we smoothly compress. And then we press away with that increased acceleration through the drive. Okay? We can't just hit it from the front. Remember, increasing speed right through that drive. Okay? Staying out of the shoulders. Feel like this hanger's under the arms. Okay, not up here. Through the midsection, through the core. We'll get the core and the back engaged there. Okay, and we should eliminate injuries, especially in our back, if we are finding that acceleration from here through the middle. Okay, if we try and load there at the front, there's a little bit too much aggressiveness with the there, which can lead to just not being set, not being stable enough, loading the back too much with too much power, whereas we have to let it happen through the stroke. Okay, remember, legs are driving the body. We're sitting back through the stroke. We're accelerating that flywheel. Listen to it, okay? Feel it. Even look at the chain, okay? Through there. Once the body's coming in, that handle is coming back to the body quite quick. And that is the acceleration of our legs and body. And all our arms are doing, they're a connector. Hold. Okay. Swing. So feel the effort that we're putting in. Okay, nice pressure. Consistency. We're working for it, but we're not working ridiculously hard. Okay? We're trying to bring our heart rates to a training level, an aerobic level. Okay? Like you're going for a run for a period of time. Like you're on the bike. Okay? You don't want it to spike here. It means we're probably working a little bit hard. Want to be finding our own breathing rhythm. Whatever works for you to keep the rhythm consistent. And to feel the push. Okay, nice. Really good rhythm. All the way. Okay, so as I mentioned, regulars to the stream, use this as a power stroke, or you can use it as a drag play as well. I'd suggest the earlier. Okay, so just raise your drag a little bit. For everybody else new to this, okay, have a play. Do you feel like it's too heavy, or do you feel like maybe it's too light? Okay, so look at where your setting is and adjust it. Half a number, one of the marks, half of the marks. Okay, and that should give you a good understanding on this next piece as to how you feel physically. If it's heavier, lighter, actually I feel like I've got a better connection, whatever, and that's what we're going to adjust. We're going to go through this next one, and then we're going to make a change again. Okay, here we go. Now, so 3 minutes at 20, and 3 minutes at 22. So if you've gone up and you drag, okay, you should probably notice straight away how the resistance is more, okay? It's because the air is escaping quicker from the machine, which means the flywheel is decelerating faster. And so, in turn, that causes that extra weight behind the handle, so to speak. That resistance, you know, it used to be that felt like the handle could come through quite well. Now, it feels a lot heavier there at the front. And it's all down to revolutions of the flywheel. Okay, and I talk about it a lot when we're just normally training, that your ideal is to just not let the flywheel slow down. And this is a great example of the number of revolutions slowing down and making it heavier at the catch. Okay, so feel the pressure, feel the push. Don't try and overwork it. Everyone doing power strokes, feel that push. Okay, feel those muscles engage. Okay, everybody, feel the core. Okay, we've got to have a little bit more relaxation on the core. Coming forward, and then engage. Don't be super like, I've got to tense it towards the catch. As you set forward, we start setting into that position. And then we take the push. Okay, good. Remembering always, continuous motion. Have a look at me. See how I'm never letting it slow. It's always smooth. Around the finish. Rolling into the front. At one speed with the handle in the seat. Okay. The reason is we get this right down at the low rates where it's easily and sustainable to do, and then we can take it through the charts as we go up in rate. Okay, speaking of that, let's go up to 22 now. So Don't work harder, just move the hands a bit quicker, okay? Here, we come forward a little bit faster. Use the acceleration of the stroke rather than thinking you've got to work harder. You are going to work harder by having more rate, but just focus on more rate with more freedom of the hands, time coming forward. Okay, there it is. Now this is our new rhythm. This is the new speed we travel forward. New speed on the drive. Okay, remember the hang. Don't take it up in the shoulders, armpits. Really engage those lats. And push the feet away. Squeeze the lemons. Okay, no smashing anything. From the front, we press. And then the body hinges out off the hips, through the middle. One motion. Good. Nice and smooth. Okay, and we've kept this rate. Think about your output. How does it feel? Harder? Easier? Okay? It's what today's experiment's about. Nice. Good rhythm. Good flow. Good motion. Good. Feel that seat naturally come up underneath us with the compression. Good. Seat underneath. Roll forward. Nice. Okay, it's very continuous, consistent, smooth. Okay, nice. Okay, so power strokers up again. Okay, same segment. People trying to find their drag. How did that feel? Okay, ask yourself the question right now. Easier, harder, not bad. Okay, now if you found it significantly harder, let's bring the drag back down. Okay, less than where you started it. Okay, so if you started on 4, take it down underneath 4. Okay, started on 5, take it just underneath, whatever. If you actually were like, it didn't feel too bad, try and go up a little bit more, okay? Just try it. Or if you think that that's where you want to be, leave it, okay? And we'll do the next session there, the next segment, and then we'll reevaluate it there. Okay, here we go, 3 at 22, 3 at 24. Okay, so let's just start off, make sure we're free, move the hands around the finish. Okay, vital part of the stroke. Keep our rating is this hand speed right here, around the finish. Around the back. Looks good. Okay, and now we're on a motion that we want to maintain. It's continuous. Good, good hand speed. Okay, remember, don't have to string them out. Smooth around. The handle should feel like it's dragging us back to the catch. Okay, there's resistance. on that bungee, wanting to carry us forward. Okay, feel a natural compression as we do roll into that front. Make sure we're in a good position by the time we get to here, okay? We don't need to be set real early and be real tense in our movements. We can be straight and just about in our position, but we want to be there by the time we get to the front. Okay, it's called suppleness, releasing tensions. Any tension this way, okay, we can't use on the drive energy that we're just burning for no benefit of the machine or us. Why we have this work, recovery ratio. Work, rest. Work, rest. Okay? So keep focusing on your feeling. If you've got the drag up, use that resistance to help build some muscles, okay? Engage, press, use the body. Nice. One push, okay? Feel that pressure on the feet all the way. So, going up to, remember, do it with hand speed. Now, see that? Leg speed increased, hand speed increased. Now I'm on 24. I didn't think about working significantly harder. I just realized I had to keep moving. Okay, good. Now the ratio here is almost going to feel 1-to-1. Drive recovery speed. Okay, be smooth with it. Ride the speed forward. Feel the resistance. As we push back, open the mouth. Good. Remember that hang under the armpits. One, smooth acceleration. You can hear it in the flywheel. Good. Good. Keep the hands moving. Remember, try and keep the chain nice and flat. Okay? Don't need to drop the hands too far. Nice to make a motion with them, but if we drop them too far, we can follow up with the body. Likewise, if we come into the catch like this, tends to aggravate and start to show like a bit of a lift. I want to be able to come in smooth, feel the compression, push away, okay? Feel that hang, feel these arms, just leave them out long. They're only a connector. They're strong to hold. They ain't going to do any power to the machine. Too weak. Okay, so just like that. Another set, sorry. How'd that feel? Okay, harder, easier, depends on which way that you went. Okay, so power strokers, go up again. Okay, it's only 6 minutes at 22. For everybody else, if you've been experimenting by going up or down or up and up, okay, where do you think you'd be comfortable with right now? Okay, and go back to that, change your drag, okay, because we'll do 6 minutes at 22. We're just going to set into a rhythm. We're just going to sit on it, find that increase in speed, just hold and maintain, okay, and then evaluate it after the end of that. Okay, so here we go, 22 strokes a minute. Now, so we want to find our rhythm in this, depending on where your drag is. And we want to make this as comfortable as possible so that you can think to yourselves, is this where I should be training? Is it a little bit still too heavy? A little bit still too light? Okay, and we'll change it for the last setting to just experiment on the last go. Okay? Otherwise, my power strokers, keep that press, really focus on these long arms. Feel the hang, feel that push. Feel that leg drive, open out the body. Good. Both feet. Feel the press. Good. Good rhythm. Good momentum. Nice. Okay, so this rhythm here, we've got it. Let's focus the small stuff, but keep the overall rhythm, the back and forward motion, as much as possible. Press, hang, push the legs, hinge through the body. Good. Really. Hang under the armpits, lats, that big muscle group down the side, behind us. Be natural, be proud. Okay, I don't think we need to say sit tall. We want to sit in a position which is strong and proud. If it's slightly bent over, I don't care, okay? But we don't need to be artificial, really tense with the body. But we do need to be in a position that's going to allow us to extend the body to here from this compression state at the front. Okay, halfway through, breathe, check your output. Okay, trying to manage. Good motion, good rhythm, very good. Feel the push. Both feet together. Okay, imagine squeezing a couple of lemons. Feeling this handle like a spinning top. Okay, and crease this way through and make the flywheel move. Okay, it's not going to go 100 right off the bat. Increase through the drive. Okay, relax the face, open the mouth. Suck in the oxygen. Natural, back and forward. Try and make it a really nice rhythm. Metronomic. Time and time again. And then we work on the small things. Hands around the finish. Okay? Are they smooth? Are we getting stuck? Okay? Are we getting out over the knees? Allowing the knees to softly break and we roll forward. Feel this compression into the front. Right there. Like a spring, we're pushing it. And then the potential energy expands us through the drive. Okay, make sure we can connect. We've got to make sure we don't get there and we slip the seat out or we go straight with the body. Press everything back. Everything opens out together. And we press against the feet. Okay, good. Great set. Okay. Power strokers, come back to your normal drag. Okay, everybody else that's been having a play, same again. Put your drag somewhere where you feel will be nice and comfortable for this set. Okay, I'm going to come back a bit. Kept it up there. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're just going 3, 2, 1 through a bit of rating. Okay, so yes, we're going to be a bit fatigued. Let's keep focus on our rhythm. When we go up in those ratings, we're not doing it from the front here. We're doing it by the all over motion being slightly quicker. Okay, and at the end of this, we should be like, you know what, that's pretty good. I think I'll keep my drag at this going forward. Okay, so 3 minutes at 22. Basically back to where we were. If you have changed your drag, you should notice a big hurry of a difference. I can feel even a small change has made a difference in my weight and the feeling, the load from here out the front. Okay, feeling the motion. Nice and steady. Continuous. Good rhythm. Nice patience. Okay, feel the stroke, feel the push. Nice and flat. It's us versus the machine. We want to get ourselves, however, our age, our sex, our strength, okay, our form. It's what we can potentially do to the machine, which gives us speed. Okay, we're all different, and we're trying to find the most efficient way that we can work with and against the machine. Okay, with the machine on the recovery, against it this way. on the drive. Feel the hang. Yes, we've got to be engaged on the drive, but we want to make sure it's not like tension drive. Okay, there's a difference between engagement, muscle group, hang power, compared to tension. Okay, tension out, resistance tension in. Okay, hang tension. Feel it now. Try it. Hang the arms. Feel the push. One sweep of the stroke through the drive. One go at it, okay? Press, right, up to 24. Now, so just increase our movement speed. And you'll see the numbers come on screen. And we haven't had to rip it, add a heap more power. We've added some acceleration. And we're moving a bit quicker, which, yes, takes more energy. But now we find ourselves here. Get back into that rhythm that we just finished up on at 22. The hang tension. The press. The smoothness. Okay, feel the hang. Feel the rhythm. Feel the motion. Okay, nice. Long arms with me. Roll forward. Feel the push. Let's go. Nice. Okay, and we've got a continuous motion. Trying to maintain the smoothness. Yes, we are working hard. So breathe. Relax the face. Remember the fundamentals as we go up. Free it up. Now, so a little bit quicker on the hand speed. A little bit quicker on the drive. Okay, now sit into this motion. Back and forward. Okay, push and hang. One smooth drive. Hands around. Good. Nice ting. Open the mouth. Relax the face. Hold this press. Nice, good. Hold compression. Sit back. All the way to the line. Nice. Okay, excellent work. Okay, don't stop. Let's just keep moving here. Okay, yeah, it's hard. We worked pretty hard in that last set. So just keep moving. Breathe. Okay, we just want to stimulate the blood flow, oxygenated blood flow back to our muscle groups. Number one thing to do, okay? It's very, very easy to just finish and wow, especially in some big intensity pieces, okay? Not gonna lie. But if we just move, even look at me, I'm not even putting any tension in my handle, okay? But after about a minute or two, I'm gonna feel a lot better than if I just stopped and let all the lactic acid pull. Okay, so let's just reset our machines. That'll save all that workout to your memory, logbooks, whatever you're using, track all your data. Okay, and then we can just spend a couple of minutes here just regathering. Okay, back into formation, stretching it out a bit, starting to just use our body weight a little bit. Okay, so we come to the front. All we're doing is we're just pushing the legs nice and soft and letting the body just open out. Okay, it gives us a good chance now to feel what this change trying to do on the recovery. Okay, really release the tension in the arms. Feel it drawing us forward. Feel it helping us with this setup that we're trying to get around the back. All because it wants to race that way at 50 miles an hour. Okay, so there we are. And then we just roll in till we feel we're at a comfortable position. And then all we're doing is just opening the bodies out again. Just a little bit of pressure, weight, body weight behind it. Okay, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I bet you feel better now than you did about a minute and a half ago. Okay, hence active recovery, very, very key and crucial in the whole scheme of things. Okay, feel that weight, just hang the arms. We've got another 30 odd seconds here, should be enough. Then you can walk it out, do whatever else, some stretching. We'll have a quick yarn. Okay, but great session. I know there's a mixture there because we've got some regulars that'll jump on the stream. We've got a group of people coming in from British rowing. Everyone keen to have a whack at the champs. Okay, so two different things here. One was about just doing a good power workout for some people. The other one was for the newcomers, or even maybe some of the old comers had to go at it as well. Just trying to find what you think your drag actually is. Okay, and we predominantly don't use it enough. But we get into something and it is comfortable and that's great. Okay, but every so often, we might be a little bit fitter. We might be a little bit stronger. How do we know that we can't now go half a number? Okay, so just on that note, which I said right at the start, for everybody that was having a play, just press the menu button. Okay, now I know some of these might be a little bit different depending if you've got a PM4, PM5. Some of the other machines are slightly different. Okay, but what we want to go on the main screen is if you press more options and then you go up the top, should say display drag factor. Okay, so let's just row with, while it says row to display drag factor. Okay, and we don't have to put too much effort in behind it because it will actually just pick up what it is no matter how sort of hard we're pushing on it. Okay, so I'm actually 127 there, a little bit less than what I thought. But that number that you see on screen is your resistance number, okay? So if you're going to go to a gym, jump on the machine, set, because what you can do now is you can adjust your handle or your flywheel drag setting, and you will see it change on screen. Okay, so if you did a power stroke workout, you can put it up there and say, oh, I was on 150 or whatever. Okay, and it's just useful if you don't have your own private machine. If you have to go around and use others, especially rowing clubs, gyms, I'll tell you what, there wouldn't be two machines in there that are identical, okay? And that the only reason is because general maintenance, dust levels, wear and tear on the machine, that's basically the gist of it, okay? So hopefully today, we found out some drag for people. We had good workout nonetheless. And just keep working on that rhythm, okay? Especially everyone that gets under that stress and that tension. It is good every now and again to do some like power stroke workout, because you've got to understand how to hold the body, how to hold the core, especially when it's a lot heavier, okay? And all it is, as I mentioned while we were rowing, all that drag factor is basically how quick the air can escape and how quickly the flywheel decelerates from its revolutions per minute, okay? That's it. And that's why when we're just rowing along, normally what we're trying to do is get into a rhythm so that we can pick that flywheel up smooth and just not let it slow down as much, right? Or just keep it at the same revolution, slow to that revolution. Same revolution, slow, whatever, right? And we're picking it up naturally. And then if we just add a little bit more acceleration, then we've got more flywheel speed. And so then it decelerates less, okay? And that's why with power strokes or this drag setting, the revolutions just plummet very, very fast. And that's why you have to use a lot more power, especially in the drive, to keep it at the same speed. Hence, you would have probably noticed maybe it was a little bit harder to do it, okay? But that's the key. So after all of this, did you find your drag, okay? If not, you can do this session again and play with it again. Or if you're just doing some sessions on the machine, have a play, okay? I recommend having a play. Have a play with that. Have a play with your feet settings. Do you feel like they're too high, too low? Do I feel like I'm getting too far over, okay? As we get better on these machines, as we use them more, things do change, okay? And we want to be able to tweak them as much as possible, because at the end of the day, all I'm here to do is try and get the best out of you, okay? Sensei's here, we're here just to make you better, okay? And all the tips and all the advice that we can give you, we hope is putting you in that right direction of making you better, okay? Right, anyone in the chat? That was interesting, learning curve with drag factor. I think finally found a perform perfected and smooth. Good on you, Arthur. Very interesting, great experiment. Was hard, yep. Arthur, I'm a 20 guy also. Thanks, Eric. Great content this week. Did the 410. Awesome. See you next weekend. Liked 125. Good on you, Michael. I think my new drag factor is 125. Yeah, great. Okay, that's what we're after. Okay. If you're enjoying that, use it for a while, see how it goes. Because at the end of the day as well, is that once you start doing some workouts and you get higher in the rate and higher in the level, you might actually be like, oh, it's just wearing me down just a little bit sooner than I'd like. Okay, so try it, train with it. Remember, bulk of training down here, 20 to 22, 24, bit of stuff in the middle here, and then a short stuff at the top, which is going to get us ready for any testing and stuff that you do. Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to sign off, team. Thank you very much. Should be another session coming your way this week. Keep an eye out on the channel. Subscribe. I'm going to start trying to set up some scheduling stuff so that it'll already be there, and then you can set your alarm. Yeah, so we should be good. Okay. Otherwise, keep it up. Keep working on things. Personal preferences. Work on that rhythm, work on that technique, work on that relaxation as much as you possibly can. And remember, first and foremost, enjoy it. Okay, enjoy it. It's hard, yes it is, but the reward benefits from it are amazing. Okay, so from me and the Sensei team, thank you very much. And we will see you guys here next time. Train hard and all the best. Peace out.